in my ear, lava like a soldier. Samoan flag hanging off of my wrist. Step Steve Nash could give the
their opponents first. From San Diego, California, weighing 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio. From Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 196 pounds, Sin Cara.
These four men face off for the first time here in our first tag team match of the night. Now our main event is a tag team match for the Raw tag team titles. It's actually between Primo and Epico, the current champions, and the tag team of John Cena and Kofi Kingston. Now John Cena and Kofi Kingston have had quite a streak recently in the Raw tag team roster. The Usos just getting their way into the roster. This is their first match together as a tag team. Rey and Sin Cara have each had individual matches quite a few times and have had one tag team match in which they lost to Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. Now we'll be seeing Dolph Ziggler later tonight when he faces off against CM Punk. That match is next. Jimmy and Jey Uso, of course, the sons of the great Rikishi. Rikishi will be facing off against Christian in a number one contenders match later this week on SmackDown, as you see one of the Usos get sent into the corner here. Now, I believe that is Jey Uso there, the one with the tattoo on his chest. I may be wrong. I have to check my notes as we get a nice punch to the face of Rey Mysterio. We saw several of those from Zack Ryder earlier when he faced off against Mike Tyson. A very nice combination by these athletic men as a reverse elbow to the face of Rey Mysterio. Now a nice suplex by Jey Uso. Counter punch and a nice enziguri by Rey Mysterio, and he's going to tag Sin Cara in, the great Mexican wrestler. As you see, a headlock by Jey, and he gets dragged down to the mat. Head drag down as Sin Cara brings him down to the mat. And a nice Hurricane Rana by Sin Cara, being absolutely hot ever since he's come into this matchup. Jey sent to the corner here for a nice tag team maneuver. As you see Jey get a double hip toss by the two men, and a nice kick from each of them as well. Jey and Jimmy, the brothers, they have not connected yet. Jimmy has not gotten into this matchup as of yet. As we have a tag. Another tag team combination. Double hip toss. Both showing their athleticism quite a lot in this matchup as a nice flip kick from Sin Cara. We see Sin Cara now with a nice Hurricane Rana neckbreaker and a backflip straight onto Jey Uso. We get him turned over. And a nice submission maneuver there. Wrenching the arm and the neck back of Jey Uso is Sin Cara. But Jey is able to take down Sin Cara, and will he go for a tag? No. He's going to keep on. Yes, he will go over to his brother Jimmy and tag him in. Jimmy getting his first shot in this matchup. Now, Hurricane Rana by Sin Cara to Jimmy Uso. Now Jimmy is the brother who has been significantly more active so far in the Raw roster. He made his way into the six-man ladder match, which was the introduction of the Usos, as you see a huge Hurricane Rana by Sin Cara. He was also entered in the Super Bowl Series last week and made it all the way to the Royal Rumble when he was entered in at number 2 and was later eliminated by Dr. Death Steve Williams. As you see Jimmy get a headlock onto Sin Cara and do a nice suplex, send Sin Cara down to the mat. He's fighting a bit close to Rey Mysterio, but Rey seems to be a nice guy, not gonna take a cheap shot at Jimmy Uso. But the Usos might get a tag team maneuver here. Yes, he's gonna push Sin Cara down to the mat, and we're gonna do a nice tag team maneuver for a very nice combination from the Usos to send Sin Cara down, pushing Sin Cara up into the air and getting caught. You see a nice takedown by Sin Cara, using some innovation there. A nice snapmare to take him down to the mat. Kick to the face bite. I believe it's Jey Uso is the legal man now. Yes. As you see, Sin Cara with a headlock applied to him. And Uso sending him down to the mat right near the corner. Sin Cara with a headlock onto Uso. Into an armbar. To another headlock. Into an armbar takedown. A very technical series of moves from the high flyer from Mexico. As you see another technical maneuver, putting that submission maneuver on once again onto Jey Uso. Sin Cara taken down to the mat. And a nice Hurricane Rana arm drag takedown by Sin Cara. Sin Cara going to the outside for a nice springboard splash. It looked like he didn't get all of that, but Jey Uso was quite dazed. Huge kick sends Jey into the corner. And now Sin Cara is going to send him up to the top rope. Jey able to counter with a kick and a nice splash, sending him down to the mat. Sin Cara getting a huge splash from the big man in comparison, Jey Uso. They are not all that big. They're certainly not as big as their father, Rikishi, who is a super heavyweight. But they are definitely no lightweights like the men they are facing here in terms of Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. Sin Cara using that speed to run over to Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio is not in the corner at the time. He cannot make a tag if Rey Mysterio is not holding the rope at the corner. But Sin Cara able to counter the series of holds into a nice side suplex, sending Jimmy Uso down to the mat. And now he's able to tag in Rey Mysterio, and the former WWE champion is here to fight against Rikishi's sons in this matchup. As you see a nice side suplex by Jimmy Uso, getting some applause from his brother, and I see a nice low drop kick from Jimmy Uso. Headlock from Uso. Hurricane Rana with a huge amount of velocity, sending Mysterio down to the mat, and now a snapmare, sending him down to the mat once again. Uso stalking Mysterio, and now going to the outside here. He's going to take off the top of this table. Mike Tyson was put through our table earlier. We got a replacement one. Will someone else be going through the table now? Rey Mysterio will be having none of it as he sends Jimmy Uso back into the mat, into the middle of the ring. That huge elbow from Sin Cara. Sin Cara taunting a little bit on the outside, getting a little bit of a stretch. But Sin Cara now grabbing Jimmy Uso, sending him back into the middle of the ring. Elbow from Sin Cara as Jimmy Uso waits in the ring for Sin Cara and then goes back to the outside. Huge flapjack onto Sin Cara, but it is attacked by Mysterio. Jey prowling around to the outside, looking to perhaps help his brother. Mysterio back on the outside ropes and gets tackled into the announce table here. Rey Mysterio got tackled in, and both Usos are in the ring. But Jey, the illegal man, goes back on the outside. As you see, a nice suplex gonna come back into the ring by Jimmy Uso. Another nice snapmare to take Sin Cara down to the mat. Now he's getting picked up by Uso. Russian leg sweep by Sin Cara to send Uso down to the mat. As you see, a nice whip into his own corner here. Tag maneuver by Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio. What are they going to go for this time? Another nice double elbow from the two lightweights. As you see, a headlock. And a Hurricane Rana by Rey Mysterio. Jimmy Uso getting sent over the top rope by Rey Mysterio. Huge drop kick by Mysterio to send him to the outside. Sin Cara gonna pick him up now and undoubtedly rip him back into the middle of the ring for Rey Mysterio to work on him some more. Rey Mysterio actually running around to the other side of the ring to find Uso running out to the outside. Uso taunting Mysterio to come back in. And then playing a bit of chicken. Running back in and out of the ring, continuously resetting the count. Now able to whip Mysterio across the arena. Not quite into that barricade, as Uso did not get that huge punch that he went for. As we get a huge maneuver here. Huge powerbomb. Hurricane Rana powerbomb by Rey Mysterio. As he sends Uso back into the middle of the ring. Might be looking to finish this match against Jimmy Uso after that huge move on the outside. He did it in a very dangerous area where he could have sent Uso into the steel chairs. He actually missed those chairs. But Mysterio with a Cobra clutch onto Jimmy Uso here. Jey has not been legally in this match for quite some time now, as Mysterio and Sin Cara have made a few quick tags to each other. As now Uso is going to whip Mysterio around this ring. They bump into each other, and a huge kick from Mysterio to the face of Uso. Mysterio gets punched away, and another nice running punch by Uso. Once again, we saw many of those from Zack Ryder earlier, and a very nice DDT by Jimmy Uso, sending Rey Mysterio vertical, and a nice Samoan drop by the Samoan. As we see now, a nice toss. Uso going to the outside, going up to the top rope. Will he be able to make a move here? No. Rey Mysterio countering, and David Otunga running from the outside here. He's going to look to interrupt this matchup in some way. He's got a sledgehammer and is tossing it into the middle of the ring. The ref has got to get him out of here. As you see, a nice side kick. As you see Mankind now coming from the outside. Mankind will be out later in this match. He's in the main event tonight against Undertaker. He's actually in our fourth match of the night. The winner of that match will be the #1 contender. As we see Mankind and David Otunga on the outside fighting. As you see Sin Cara gets sent up to the top rope by one of the Usos. As we see a nice suplex coming in. As he suplexes him all the way to the outside. Oh my god. He just sort of devastated Sin Cara. As the other Uso picks up Sin Cara, and David Otunga and Mankind are fighting out on the outside. As Otunga strips off that top turnbuckle. Mankind attacking David Otunga for interrupting this matchup. Sin Cara and Usos fighting on the outside here. The count has got to be high here. It's at a 4 count. As Sin Cara gets sent to the middle of the ring. This has become absolute chaos out here. I don't even know which Uso is the legal man. I would just have to know that it's not the legal man that is in the ring. This one is. It is Jey Uso who is the legal man, who just got stomped by Sin Cara. As there's absolute chaos on the outside here, with Mankind, David Otunga on the outside. As you see Jey Uso attack Sin Cara, send him across the ropes for another huge combination into a huge elbow, sending Sin Cara down to the mat, wrenching the arm of Sin Cara away from him. question is Jimmy still preoccupied with Mankind? As we get a roll-up pin by Sin Cara. 1, 2, 3. No. Jey able to kick out and counter that kick. As the Tunga and Mankind are surely causing chaos and are preoccupying Uso on the outside. As you see a nice grab of the back by Uso, sending Sin Cara down to the mat. Now he's going to pick up Sin Cara. It's almost a 2v1 match. And roll up 1, 2, 3. No, countered. 1, 2, 3. Countered against Sin Cara. 1, 2, 3. Uso kicking out there. I believe it's Jimmy Uso in the ring here. As you see a huge Hurricane Rana takedown into a submission maneuver. As you get an armbar lock from Sin Cara and a huge counter by Uso. As his tag partner is still preoccupied on the outside. As you see Sin Cara get sent around the ring for a huge Samoan drop by Jey Uso. And Jey Uso gonna go for a one-legged pull here, trying to injure that leg of the high flyer. He goes to the outside. And now a huge splash by Jey Uso to Sin Cara in the middle of the ring. Huge kick by Jey Uso, sending him down to the mat. He's going to drag him into the middle of the ring, go for a pin now. 1. Only a 1 count. Sin Cara able to kick out after that huge kick by Jey Uso. As Uso pushes Sin Cara away, Sin Cara goes for a nice roll-up pin. 1, 2, 3. No. Rey Mysterio might have actually interrupted that count when he slid into the ring. Huge Samoan drop counter from Jey Uso. As we see a double R suplex. Running against the ropes. Up to the top rope is Uso as he goes for the huge splash. And now for the pin onto Sin Cara. 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso able to win this matchup 2v1 in the end.